Hello friends! So today we are going to the hospital for my very first iron infusion! So I have absolutely no idea what to expect. I've heard back a little bit from some of my other mommy friends who have had to do this when they were pregnant. My doctor said she was gonna give me a little like what to expect sheet and what to bring, and she didn't. So we're just rocking and rolling and seeing what's gonna happen. I brought some drinks and some cards, and I figured that I could edit some videos, watch some videos, we could watch some Netflix. I have my iPad in here too, I believe. So yeah, we're just gonna see what this is about. Are you excited to hang out with me for 2 to 3 hours? Sitting in a hospital doing nothing?
No, it'll be okay.
Shorter and it'll be fine.
That is done. Our appointment was at 1. We got there like 12:30ish. Sat down, talked to the nurse. Our nurse, my nurse. She was awesome. Her name's Marie. Thank you, Marie, for being wonderful. It went well. She said that she was gonna put it in slowly to make sure that I wasn't having any reactions. So it was gonna be a span over 2 hours. I think by the time she actually put the IV in, it was probably maybe 10 after 1.
Yeah.
And we were done by 2:15. So, or maybe 2:20.
Yeah.
So that didn't really, measure out. So now she just told me to monitor how I feel, gave me signs to look for. I hate getting poked. It's not that I hate needles, it's I hate getting poked. I started getting emotional, 1, because pregnancy, 2, because I don't like being poked. Ty could see a few times when I wanted to start crying, and then he just kind of made fun of me a little bit, and it reeled it back. It just pinched when she first put the needle in, and I was hot and cold, but I think that's just being in there. Were you pretty the same heat the whole time?
I was getting warm.
You were just warm? Yeah, because I kept getting hot and cold. So I brought some fuzzy Bob Ross socks. Insert photo here. I didn't record too much because it's a little awkward. There's like 20 chairs in there, and at one point all of them were filled with people, so I don't really want to. And it was so quiet, like nobody was talking. So Ty and I just basically put our headphones in and I watched YouTube. I watched some Threadbanger and Glam and Gore. Ty probably watched bike videos.
They're YouTube. They may have been bike videos.
But yeah, I'll keep recording to see how I'm doing. Right now it just feels like a pinch and it makes me feel really uncomfortable. Walking to the car, I started getting cramps in my right side, like in my hip and my leg. Oh, and you can totally move your hand around, like no problem, but I was acting like my hand was paralyzed, and Ty was the one, he put my feet up for me in the chair, and there was one point I had an itch on my left arm, but I didn't want to move my right arm to itch it, and I just felt like a loser. But that's how I am when I have something in. I figure if I move it, the sharp things will point or prick or hurt something else. I'm just weird. That's okay. Oh yeah, the whole point of this little story is for people who have never had infusions or iron infusions to get a point of view of someone who's doing it for the first time. So I go in, check in, easy peasy, sit down in the chair. The nurse talk to me about if I start feeling any of these symptoms, even if it's a little bit, even if it's nothing, she needed to know. So she gave a list of those. if the rash was starting to come up. Like, I have eczema and staph, so she noticed that, and then she asked me, like, is there anywhere else, because I need to know if a rash is happening. She put the needle in, and that part made me nervous because I don't like being pricked, like I've said before. So she gets that part in, gets that situated, and it was nice because she left it in for probably 15 minutes before she put the actual drip in. So that was nice to be able to get used to that feeling, because I'm not used to that feeling. I don't fucking get IVs in my arm. I've never gotten an IV in my arm unless I was a child and don't remember. And then she put the drip in, and then my body at first felt very uncomfortable. I started feeling lightheaded. But I remember the nurse practitioner in my consultation said if I start feeling lightheaded or anything, to go lay on my left side. And because I was in a chair, my feet were up, I just kind of shifted my body a little bit, as much as I could, to the left side. And then probably in about 10-15 minutes, I started feeling just fine. So that was that part of the experience. I feel okay now. I felt tired and then a little crampy, and but at this moment, which has been about 20 minutes since they took out the IV, I feel fine. My urine was a little darker than normal. It will be interesting to see if I get a metallic taste in my mouth as one of the side effects. So at 7:30, about 5 hours after the end of my infusion, I'm feeling pretty good. I just took a nap, so I don't know if this flush is from the infusion or from just waking up. Where I got my Tdap shot, my arms are definitely they were a lot more achy about an hour afterwards, but they're a lot better now. The only side effect other than this potential flush was just achiness, so my lower back was a little bit achy, but not painfully that I should go to the ER. My hands, especially my right hand, was achy. Looks a little swollen, but who knows what that is. But yeah, it's been okay, and I'm really happy to have taken my nap. I'm extremely impressed with my lack of bruising. There's like a tiny little bruise. Other than that, nothing. Good morning. It's 9:30 in the morning on Sunday, so it's been a good while since my infusion. I don't think I've mentioned, but the kind of iron they put into me was the powder puff version, which is what they typically do for pregnant people. I woke up with a tiny little headache, but that could be just because of the way I was sleeping. Overall, my experience was fine. I was fine. Just a little bit of achy muscles, and other than that, brilliant. That was really exciting, and I still don't like needles in my arm, but if that's the worst of it, this will be fine, especially if the iron makes me feel better, which I already feel more awake, and it's only been one infusion. But again, that could be the placebo effect. So, I just wanted to say thank you guys for all of your love and concern. Every time I post a video, I get messages and comments, and I love all of your guys' support. I really, truly appreciate it. If you've had experience with iron, or if you've had bad experiences, talk about it down below in the comments. I want to see what your experience is. I want to share with your experience like you share with mine. So yeah, I am Simply Sam, doing the things I need to do, want to do, or things that I think are fun, and bringing you along with me. Thank you again. Love you guys. Bye.